Hey y'all, hi. So here's what's going on. I want to create an aesthetic reel, like an Instagram reel, swatching a selection of lip products that I think are perfect for fall. But I want to pick the products from my existing collection of lip products. So this is basically everything that's in play for me lip-wise right now. I'm not the most organized person, so there might be a couple missing, like one in a purse somewhere, one in the back of a drawer. But for the most part, these are all of the lip products that I have either received in PR and decided to keep or purchased for myself over the past couple of years that haven't expired or been decluttered. So I'm going to spread them all out and go through and pick a handful of them that I think are perfect for fall. This is partly because I want to make an Instagram reel, but it's also kind of a shop my stash. I love wearing lip products, but I find that if I don't have a handful of them that have sort of been pre-selected as the ones that I want to be wearing, sitting on my vanity front and center, I tend to overlook my favorite ones. I'll get to the point in my makeup every day where I'm ready to put something on my lips and I'll just kind of chicken out and wear a lip balm. So today I'll be selecting lippies for fall, for the gram, for the reel, but I'll also be selecting them for myself, basically shopping my stash for the ones that I want to prioritize wearing over the next month. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you'll like this and I hope that you'll subscribe. My name is Hannah and I enjoy makeup and fashion and style. I like paying attention to trends and newly released makeup products, but I have a particular interest in continuing to use what I already own. Now, let's go ahead and get into the meat of the video. All right, here's the big pile that we love to see, but this is overwhelming. I was thinking I would just dump them out and then just go through and kind of like pick the ones that seem like they'll be good. But I think I might need to take a little bit more of an organized approach. I think I'm gonna need to go category by category, starting with the bullet lipsticks. Okay, these aren't all bullet lipsticks, obviously, this isn't, and this is, technically something that was sold as a gloss in its time, but these are all the pigmented ones, or at least that's how I think of them. And I actually kind of want to prioritize this category. I'll pick a couple of bona fide lip glosses, or I'll pick at least one, and maybe a lip pencil or two. Oh, what were you doing over there? Oh no, I missed some. As I was saying, or what I was about to say, is that this is the category that I have this kind of funny relationship with. It's one of my favorite kinds of makeup. I love a really beautiful lip color. I love kind of a strong lip or a semi-strong lip, but I tend to default to sheer lips, easier to wear lips. And going into fall, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity. This is the moment for most of these products to shine, especially because I tend to really love rusty tones, browns, reds. So it's from this group that I want to pull the most things that I'm going to actively prioritize this month. And the very first thing that jumps out at me is this. This is probably one of my favorite makeup products of all time. It's the Rouge Les Quatre Rouges Lip Powder Palette. I love the selection of colors. I love the formula. It's especially good for doing that kind of pigmented yet diffused lip. They're strong colors, but they're incredibly wearable, and that's what the formula is like too. It packs its own kind of punch, but it's eminently wearable and it can be applied in a variety of ways. This is just basically my entire aesthetic for lip products in a palette. And yet, I don't wear it as often as I wish I did, and it's simply because of the format. It just gets lost in my drawer. I open my drawer and I cast around for a lip product and I don't see this. Like, I don't register it because it's not in the same format as all of my other lip products. I think this would be a great one to feature in a reel, and this is a perfect thing for which to shop my stash going into fall. So I said that this was my entire lip product aesthetic or my lip aesthetic wrapped up into one beautiful little palette, but there is something that's conspicuously missing, and that is brown. Because more than anything, I love a brown lip, and September, October, November, this is the time when the brown lip shines. So let's see what I have in the way of browns and which 1, 2, or maybe 3 of them is speaking to me the most right now. Maybelline Raw Chocolate, an absolute classic. There's Raw Chocolate right there. It's a Maybelline matte. Maybelline Gone Greige, another absolute classic. It's the Maybelline Bold formula, very pigmented, still pretty matte, but not quite as matte as Raw Chocolate. This is a Royal Scandal. It's a Gucci Satin, maybe my favorite lipstick of all time. It has a lovely emollient formula, but it's not too slippery. And I feel like, in a way, it's sort of the perfect marriage between these two, and it's paler, so that makes it easier for me to wear. I love all 3 of these, though, each on their own merits. And speaking of merit, wow, the segue no one asked for, I have these 2 Merit lipsticks. I feel like I've been talking about these so much, and everyone knows that I love them, that I feel like I need to just pick one for the reel. So I want to choose between these 2 browns. That's L'Avenue. That is 1990, which I've been wearing nonstop since these lipsticks released. And for that reason, even though this is an amazing fall lip color, I think I'm going to just go with L'Avenue for inclusion in the reel and for shopping my stash, because it's kind of different for me. It's sort of a brownish berry, almost like a dried blood color. I hope that that's not too off-putting for people, but I actually love that. It's got that rusty quality. To me, it's kind of like a different take on a brownish red than what I usually wear. And clearly it's different from all of these other browns. I feel like a Royal Scandal's got to be in. Merit L'Avenue has got to be in. I feel like Gone Greige has got to be in, honestly. It's too good. It's too iconic. It's too perfect of a fall lipstick not to include. Okay, this seems like a lot so far. I was sort of imagining that for the reel I would have like 5 or 6 products, but I'm already realizing that it's gonna have to be a few more than that because I already have 4. Let's aim for like 6 or 7. And what I was gonna say is I know that this looks like a lot, but this is just one product, and then I only took 3 from this row. So we've got 4. Maybe we can do 1 more. There's so many good ones, though. You know what I'm going to do? This is the short list. We're making a short list, and then I might narrow it down at the end when it comes to what I'm actually going to shop my stash for officially and what I'm actually going to feature in the reel. Because there are so many products here that I wanted to consider. For example, these are 3 that are on the balmy side. They're very nourishing for the lips, and they're designed to be that way, but they're so pigmented that I consider them to belong to this category. And I feel like this would be a really good type of thing to include in the little group that I'm building. This is the Ilia Balmy Tint in the shade Memoir. A stunning product, but I actually feel like it would be repetitive to include in this group because it's so much like Merit L'Avenue. The Kosas Sport Lip Fuel in Flow, surprisingly pigmented. You know, I really love this. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing this a lot lately, but it doesn't really scream fall to me. It's a good product to know about, and it's not as though I won't be wearing it this fall, but it's just not saying to me, Hannah, include me in this elite group that you're compiling today. And this is an Estee Lauder product that Becca gave me, my friend Becca's son, the last time I saw her. I think she just thought that I would like the color. And I've been wearing it, and I actually really do like the color, although, again, it's looking quite similar to L'Avenue and to the Ilia Balm. You know what? I don't know. I really like these 3 balmy products, but the Merit lipstick is nourishing enough and balmy enough and has that sort of semi-sheer quality that I feel like they might be a little bit redundant to include. But if I were going to include one of them, I think it would be the Ilia, because I actually love this formula, the Ilia Balmy Tint. Like, it really, really blew me away. So I'm going to put it in the short list. Okay, just going on instinct now because I can't really comb through. We must crack on. I can't really continue combing through. Just looking at here and thinking, do any of these products say to me, Hannah, include me in your short list of extremely fall appropriate lipsticks? You know what? The Kjær Weiss ones and these Revlon ones, I think I need to give them a little bit of attention. Even though this is a really amazing bright red. Okay, yeah, Kjær Weiss Confidence, that's that weird swatch right there. That's very similar to the color in the Rouge palette. But I feel like Kjær Weiss Euphoria, this quite pigmented sort of brick red, that could be in. This is Revlon Mink right here. And that's Revlon Rum Raisin right there, which again, is like, I didn't know I had so many lip products in this color category. It's kind of like a softened berry brown. Revlon Rum Raisin is sort of the spitting image of Merit L'Avenue, so I feel like it can go. But in fact, seeing how much it's the spitting image makes me realize that maybe the Ilia Balm does offer a little bit of nuance. And I'm going to keep Mink in for the time being because I feel like it has a little bit of that slightly rosy undertone that none of the browns that I picked has. Okay, that's the bullet lipstick shortlist. Let's look at the rest of it. You know, as I was putting those away, it occurred to me that it might be nice to include like a very light brownie nude for fall. That's VB Beauty Girl. And that's Kosas Vegas. They're both great lipsticks and they're relatively similar, but I'm kind of more drawn to VB Beauty Girl right now because it's ever so slightly more pale, ever so slightly more neutral. And it must be said, the packaging is so aesthetic. And if we're making an aesthetic reel, I mean, come on. Okay, these are some lip glosses and liners that I have kicking around and some slightly pigmented balms, or at least this is a slightly pigmented balm that somehow made it in here because when I was saying that I tend to chicken out and just wear a balm, this is kind of what I was talking about. This is the kind of thing. So I'm gonna kick this out for now. I gotta say, a lot of my lip glosses kind of look the same on me and not very many of them really stand out as being distinctively perfect for fall. And that's kind of what I'm looking for here. I'm looking for like a fall lip wardrobe. There is one, however, that immediately speaks to me as occupying that position. It is this, which is the Isamaya gloss. And I am in the middle of testing all of the Isamaya makeup, and I'm going to film the review soon. I'm guessing that this video is going to post on my channel before I manage to complete that project. So this is a little bit of a spoiler for that, but this is my favorite product from the Isamaya collection. And when I say that, I mean like I've been wearing it almost nonstop, probably for a month at this point. It is just so good. And one of the things that's great about it is it's quite special color and the way that it makes the lips look. It's like a blackened plum, and it looks possibly a little bit intimidating, like in the tube and in the swatch, but somehow it just works. It looks really natural and so sultry and incredibly fall. It's like vampy, but still really, really wearable, even for someone as pale as I am. I absolutely love the look. And, you know, because I've been wearing it so much, I'm sure that I'm going to keep wearing it until fall. I think it's going to suit fall makeup looks perfectly. And I feel like it's the perfect gloss to go in this little collection. This is the Merit Lip Oil in Taupe. This is another product that I have in a couple of colors and that I wear a lot because it's that nice combination of adding some color to the lips but being really wearable and really nourishing. This to me is the most autumnal color in the range, so I'm going to put it in the short list. But I mean, when compared to something like this, it just feels a little ho-hum. It's not making as strong a case for itself in this context. I feel like I have to include this Trixie gloss because it is also a taupe, but it's like an actual taupe. And you know, I shopped my stash for this the last time I did like a full-on collection-wide stash shopping. So it's been on my vanity for a while, but that was a long time ago, and I wore the things that I shopped my stash for in that video a couple months ago. I wore them a lot for like a month, and then that group of things started to sort of fall apart and disperse, and I haven't been as focused on it lately. So even though in theory I recently shopped my stash for this, I feel like it's not out of line to do it again, and I feel like it's actually a really good inclusion in this group. I'm sort of tempted to pull one of these Ellis Foss lippies. It's got to be that one, right? I'm going to swatch the other ones, but it's got to be that one. Yeah, this is just pink. Oh, I forgot about this. That is an amazing lip color, but we have so much like it already from the other group, right? And nothing like this. Like this is going in. This is Ellis Foss L305, the glossy lips. Ooh, this is looking really pretty right now. Is this a lip pencil? It is. This is one of the Muse Beauty Pro Dual Lip Pencils, and it's looking really pretty to me right now in this context. Oh yeah, because it has like this plummy side. I think that would be an exciting thing to put in the reel just for a little bit of diversity and like the tones and undertones that I'm presenting and the type of product. Oh my gosh, I think that that might be it. I mean, there are some beautiful brown lip liners here. Obviously the khaki lip liner from Thrive, very brown, very fall appropriate, very aligned with many of the lipsticks that I chose. Likewise, BK Beauty Warm Spice. Ugh, those are actually looking really pretty. I'm gonna put them in the short list. I have some narrowing down to do. Okay, so I thought that I was going to be really focused on bullet lipsticks and just maybe pull like one gloss and one liner or something, but I really love all three of these gloss colors, and I feel like they each present something quite different. Oh, all four of them, I guess, if you include the Ellis Foss. And I feel the same way about the liners. I feel like I want to include all of them somehow. I mean, it's not too much for me for shopping my stash. I would love to have all of these on my vanity going into fall, and in fact, I think I intend to have all of them on my vanity going into fall, but I have to decide what I'm going to do about the reel. I guess I could present them in groups, right? I could have like fall lipsticks and then the lip glosses and swatch them all together, and then the lip liners and swatch them all together in the reel. But if that's the case, I think I need to edit the lipsticks, or I could make 3 different reels. You know what? I'm going to make 3 different reels. We're doing the most. I'm going to do a lip glosses for fall reel, a lip liners for fall reel, and like a lip color for fall, or like lipsticks for fall reel, into which I can fit all of these. Or maybe we need to edit this a little bit. These are fine. Those can each all be in their own reel. In fact, I might even pick another lip liner, although this one's double-ended, so I have 4. Yeah, we'll do 4, 4, and I feel like I'm overthinking it. I'm just gonna make a long reel with these 8 products in it, lipsticks for fall, and then 2 shorter reels that have lip glosses and lip liners for fall. That's it. I'm doing the most, I'm doing what I want. And if it doesn't go well, then that'll just be a learning experience for me, because I'm kind of new to Reels. I'm really trying to amp it up on Instagram, and this is part of that project, which reminds me to suggest that you go and follow me on Instagram so that you can peep these Reels when they're finished. I will try to get at least the first one up so that when you've finished watching this and you're all excited about the Reels that I'm going to make, you can click over to my Instagram and you can actually see them. I'll try not to leave you hanging. And you know, if you're not following me on Instagram, then this is the moment. I will, of course, link everything down below, and I'll also try to link the things that I swatched that I didn't select in case there's anything that you are having trouble finding, anything you're curious about. But as always, this is really about using what you have, not necessarily about buying new stuff. The changing of the seasons is the perfect time to go into your existing collection of clothing and makeup and other beautiful things instead of looking outwardly for something new, because there are probably things in your closet and in your drawers you haven't been wearing because it's been summer, so they'll feel new to you, if only because you haven't worn them for several months. Thank you so much for being here with me and watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Again, a reminder, I hope that you'll subscribe if you have not yet done so. And more than any of that, I hope that you will take extra good care of yourself so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.